Okay, now we're going to use this graph and we're going to answer some questions here. Write down the period of f. The period of f. Well, the period of f is just the period of cosine x, which we know is 360 degrees. Kind of a free mark. Can you find a place for x where f, green, minus the red is 1.5? Well, looking right here, 2 minus a half, right at 0 degrees looks good to me. I can see that that's 2 minus this half is going to equal 1.5. Now, the next questions people find a little bit tricky. It says determine the positive values for which 2 cosine x, this times cosine x, will be less than 0. Well, they kind of make it a little bit tricky. I can move this 2. This 2 here, I can put it in front of the sine or I can put it in front of the cosine, and it's the same equation. So let's put it like this to make it easier to see. Where does the product of these two functions be a negative number? Well, that happens when one's positive and the other's negative. And when does that happen? When they're on opposite sides of the x-axis. So we're looking, you see in between here, they're all on the same side. So it can't be in between here. You see here from 150 to 180, they're both negative, so it can't be. So it's got to be from 150 to 90 degrees. And it's not equal because then it'd be 0. So it's in between 150 and 90. Now, this is where you have to be careful. Sometimes they restrict the domain. It's part of the question here, and I couldn't find it. They'll say, just determine the values of x that are in between from 0 to 180, and then that would be your answer. But there's another place where they go on opposite sides of the line. And I see at minus 30, it's going negative, but this one up here is positive. So I think it's between minus 130 and minus 90 degrees. If it's between 180 and minus 180, that's the answer. If there's a restriction on it, I put this here because I saw another memo that said just this answer. If there was a restriction, this would be the answer. If they're saying all the way from 1 minus 180 to 180, then there must be these two solutions. And there you go.